Julius Zebra was weeping for Mary Awusi. Several days after Mary Awusi had said something calamitous like that, and she said something so calamitous, and she's followed up with the worst apology ever. That if I say something and she doesn't care, she doesn't care. Eric Nyamiche is a very decent man. The Pentecost people are very decent people, because he could have looked at the invitation and said, I will send the general secretary, I won't show up, I won't go to these people. But he's a man of God. He has a big heart. He forgives. So he showed up. He showed up. What the NDC should have done was to bring Mary Awusi to come and apologize. Bring Mary Awusi to apologize. She didn't come. Maybe she was invited. She didn't go. Maybe she was told Pentecost elder is coming. She was angry. Because she's very pompous and proud. Didn't you hear in her voice? She doesn't care. She's Free Zone's boss. She has policemen. She has taxpayers' money. This is the way they use the power. And it hurts me because they will say that young people cannot do it. And any society that does not have jewels in their young people, they don't go anywhere. It's not every young person who is disrespectful. It's not every young person who is like that. Didn't Akufo-Addo appoint young people? How old was Abu Janapo when he was chief of staff? How old was Asensu Boache when he was chief of staff? How old was Eugene Ahin when he was director of President's Communication? How old were they? How old was Dominic Nitiwo when he was Minister for Defense? Did you hear Abu Janapo as Deputy Chief of Staff? He used to appear regularly on Kwame Sefakan's show. Did you hear him insult somebody? Why won't Abu Janapo do that? Because his boss doesn't do that. Because the party he belongs to does not support such ethos. It doesn't support it. It doesn't support it. So he won't do that. He's raised in that. He won't do that. It doesn't support it. It doesn't. But the other side, they were coached to insult their founder. So who is Eric Nyamiche? They were coached to insult their founder. NDC. We have to stop this. NDC can win all the elections they want. Nobody cares. But they have to keep the Ghanaian ethos together. The way they inherited, they have to keep it. If people were destroying and chipping away the Ghanaian ethos of respect for elders, respect for adults, if it was being chipped away, they wouldn't have met it. They wouldn't have met it. If we allow this to go on, one day a president will be introduced. They will say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the president of Ghana. Somebody say, oh, Fionko, Jimmy, foolish man. It's going to happen if we don't check these things. And we, the neutral people who are not political, I am political, I'm not neutral. Those who say they are neutral, if you sit down and you allow these things to happen, one day a chief will be announced. Let's welcome the glorious Asante Hene and Gungun. Someone say, oh, Fionko ni tika kraka. Right in front of the Asante, it will be said. Because Mary Awusi said Eric Nyamiche should shut up and threatened him that if he doesn't shut up, he will see. All we got was tears. No dismissal. No nothing. Useless apology. Nobody did anything about it. Why should we allow a group of people who are hungry and thirsty for power to destroy our political ethos, our cultural sensitivity, and our religious tolerance? Why should we allow somebody to destroy it? Because they are thirsty for power. They want to hold on to power. They are thirsty for power. Mary Awusi has spoken. Asiedun Ketia. Hardly will you hear Asiedun Ketia insult anyone. Hardly. So you know that he's well brought up. He's the chairman of the party. Fifi Kwete. I fight Fifi Kwete all the time. But Fifi Kwete doesn't insult people. He doesn't. Sometimes he says things that are not true. Like when he was doing his propaganda about... He was propaganda secretary, so yes. Go and ask the NDC. Why did they change the title of propaganda secretary and made it national communication officer? It was Daniel Botwe, the former general secretary of the NDC. He touted them on radio that how can a political party have a propaganda secretary? In those days, Dan Botwe would tell us, check the meaning of propaganda. Propaganda means lies. Propaganda, it means lies. NDC, they had a role called propaganda secretary. Fifi Kwete was the last one to occupy it. Now they've changed it to national communication officer because they are embarrassed and they always like to hide. So they say it's national communication officer, but it's propaganda. It's terrible. You can disagree with people. Politics is about that. You can disagree with people, but would you insult them? Should we encourage that? Should that continue? And then when they insult, nothing happens to them. Absolutely nothing. A senior official will come and apologize on their behalf. Is Mary Awusi a 5-year-old child for people to apologize on her behalf? Is he a 3-year-old? The grown woman, adult woman, she cannot apologize herself. She renders a useless apology and her bosses are apologizing for her. What does Mary Awusi have over the bosses that everybody is so afraid to touch her? What does she have over the bosses that she insults the Pentecost boss? Everybody is so afraid to even issue a letter Everybody is afraid. Because the NDC have 57% of Ghanaians with them, or so they think. And insult is the name of the game. Insult is the name of the game.